Ooh, hot. Hot.
Hot.
It's not
like
that hot,
the takes
actually.
we're taking today. Hey, also Haircut City over here.
Yeah.
We're
When'd you
synced
get yours?
Friday?
Me too.
Wow, so
You think that we were sitting in the chairs at the same time?
yeah. Well, today we're doing something a little crazy, a little wild.
Yeah.
We're doing hot takes on 1 bar of battery, 22 minutes left on the video card, SD card. So, we're just going to see how this one goes. And this, look, right off the gate, these are hot takes. Like, a lot of people would like to go out there and say, hey, Fight Club is more subversive than you think.
Yeah.
Or American Psycho is a black comedy satire. It's like, yeah, no duh. We know these things.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Maybe the hottest take of them all. There are no hot takes. And even that, not a hot take. There's no more hot take. Like,
it's just your opinion.
and the internet exists. So, like, everyone,
Yeah.
you search, like, hot takes, and you're like, okay. Yeah, and there's just all the same things
Yeah.
over and over again.
And you know what? Mark Maron's been going on his little podcast
Yeah.
tour, and it's like, podcasts were a mistake. I'm the Oppenheimer of podcasts, and I've made a huge mistake. All these white dudes have all these microphones, and you know what? We're joining the chorus.
Yeah, too many microphones. Too many people have them. You know what a hot take is about movies? Good.
Good, yeah, great. All
Good
movies
movies.
are good, even the bad ones. You know what? Because people worked on them.
Yes.
Sometimes, even in the baddest, worst movies, the cinematography, you're like,
Yeah.
whoa, this dude's got something.
Got the juice.
They got the juice. But then you think of like, even if, look, Transformer movies are bad. But I'm telling you, going to a movie theater and watching a Transformers movie back in the day,
Yeah.
it was fun.
The buzz around that first one,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, ooh. this
But it
is
was
pretty good.
bad. It was an awful movie.
Well, yeah, but when you're like a 10th grader and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. Or if, for my sake, it was the only time my mom was like, hey, I want to go out and watch movies with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what you chose? These movies?
these movies.
It's like, okay. Do you want me to do my hot take? Because it's,
You go ahead and do your hot
Yeah.
take.
I've been spreading this around the newsroom
You
for a
have.
couple of years now, and no one agrees with me. That's how I know it's a hot take. It has to do with this Toy Story series.
Yeah.
Now, I will admit, the first movie is amazing.
Yeah.
Near 5 stars. I'm sure some kids out there, my people, millennials would say this is the best series that's ever existed. I would argue,
What about that?
well, trust me, they're out there. I would argue we never needed any sequels ever. One, I came up with this morning in the shower. I was trying to think of how can I defend myself a little bit. I was like, one, I think it ruined Pixar movies in the long term.
The sequels did.
The sequels, because it's
Yes.
all about emotional bait. It's like it's not rage bait, but it's emotional
Yeah.
bait. In that now everyone that's a Pixar fan, they expect Pixar to be a certain way, which
Yeah.
is highly emotional, good storytelling.
Yeah.
When movies like Elio come out, it has to reach the skull. When
That's a whole. That's like a. They did not market that.
I know, but I'm saying
I know, but-
you have to live up to these values that all these other Pixar movies, WALL-E,
Yeah.
Toy Story, yada yada, you have to live to this value of Pixar. When it's like, no, sometimes you can get a Turning Red, which is emotional, but it's
Yeah.
more funny than it is emotional.
I think Wall-E's pretty funny.
Yes, but people would point to the emotional aspect more than the funny
Well,
aspect.
the most egregious is Up, which
Yes.
my thoughts on Up are very documented
They're
on
down.
this channel.
They're down.
Yeah. I don't listen. I do not like Toy Story 4.
I don't think anyone
I think
does.
Toy Story 3 has a great ending. But Toy Story 2, I mean, like that's the perfect movie right there. And even knowing, and not everyone knows this, that movie was reworked and then like almost
'cause they lost it,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
lost so much of it, and that they were forced to figure out a better story for it.
Yeah.
Makes it even
The
better.
behind the scenes of Toy Story 2
Yeah.
is cool, but when I watched it, what is it, like, what was that, 98, 99?
Yeah, 99.
you know, I had already felt like I'd grown up.
Yeah.
And so I'm not one of these millennials that's like tied to nostalgia. It seems to be a curse of our generation.
It
is that we're tied to nostalgia. Everything gets rebooted. Everything gets reworked or reimagined. Or, hey, remember when this was cool? Or, you know, even Limp Bizkit. Even Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. It's coming.
That people for like 10 to 15 years were like, this is bad music.
Yeah.
Now we're back to being like, actually,
And he's
it's cool.
playing at like
Yeah.
Lollapalooza.
And I'm
wherever,
a Limp Bizkit fan.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just funny that we are so tied to these things.
Yeah.
And Toy Story is an encapsulation of that.
And you know what's also interesting, to your point, is that Toy Story 2, like, was supposed to be, again, if you have to know, like, the history of Pixar and Disney and where they were all at the moment, it was supposed to be kind of just like one of those direct to DVD, direct to video.
The Disney
sequels,
model back
the
in the
Disney
day.
model. And so, like, if that had really gone through and it had diminished the, you know, the value of Toy Story and Pixar, probably. One, I don't think we'd have other great Pixar movies. But two, we wouldn't have this issue with, like, doing sequels.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I would be okay if it ended at 2.
Yeah.
Boom.
I would too.
3 and 4, I'm just like, whatever.
4 is egregious.
Yeah.
It looks incredible, and that's what makes me mad about it. You look and you're like, this is one of the best looking animated movies I've ever seen. It is, for the story of Toy Story, if you were taking the idea of what Toy Story is about, and it's about being there for a child, it just does not make any sense.
Right, yes. And then obviously you get Lightyear in, what, 2020? 2021?
2022 maybe?
2022, whatever. It all blends together. Yeah. Those years.
And also, insane year that, like, they pushed Turning Red to Disney Plus.
Yeah. And
they're like, but Lightyear's coming out in theaters. I'm like,
bad choice. Killed Pixar.
Bad movie. Weird movie. Like,
weird, just weird.
Just the choices. You're
and
just
now,
like, what is this?
And now we're getting a Toy Story 5, which is, who knows what the hell they're going to do.
I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's...
Yeah. So
we'll
I think history has proven me right.
Yeah, I think so.
In that diminishing returns.
Yeah.
It has fatigued itself. You should have ended at 2. I'm okay with that.
Do you think this is Michael's rallying cry to everyone to stop seeing the Disney sequels and remakes?
Yes.
And then just show Disney that we don't want any of this.
Yeah. So a few of them were fine.
Yeah.
I understand. Beauty and the Beast, yes. That's going to be a timeless classic story that's going to be remade time and time again.
Can you make it look pretty at least?
Yeah, make it look pretty. But stuff like Snow White, stuff like Lion King, as much as I liked the Mufasa one, it's time to let old things die.
Yeah.
Kill it if you have
to.
Kill it
if you have to. Yeah.
Same with, I'm not, this is probably too hot of a take.
You talking about Star Wars?
They should probably kill Star Wars
I just think that we need to let Star Wars take, and we kind of actually, well, no, because we've had several Star Wars shows.
Yeah.
I just think that we need Star Wars to take a very long break.
Right.
Like we did. And remember the buzz of the prequels? And remember the buzz of the sequels?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And then what happened is, it's not The Last Jedi's fault. It's like that we were like, we're going to get one of these every year. We're getting a main trilogy. And then we're going to get side stories. And we don't need that much.
Yeah, we don't need our things that are part of the zeitgeist to become content.
Yeah.
Star Wars should never have became content, and now it is.
Yeah.
And that's the fortunate part of Disney is everything is content, always. Because their audience, their main audience, is kids. Now with Disney Plus, I guess you got Hulu, you got 20th Century Studios, I almost call it Fox. You got the Alien series, so they got a content churn, and I understand that's the corporate world we live in, but films are an art medium.
I think there is a way to do it. Like, you look at Alien right now.
Yeah.
That, like, Romulus, solid,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of fun, and it's a movie. And then you have Alien Earth, that is starting out really strong.
Very weird, very fun.
They do not touch each other.
Yes.
Like with Star Wars and Marvel, and they're just like, hey, Mando's got to walk through this. We got to give a little hint to Mando or
Luke's
Boba Fett.
in it. Ooh, Luke.
Lightsabers. I don't know, like why, I'm dogging on like Star Wars nerds. Like I'm not like I don't love Star Wars.
You yourself are a Star Wars.
I love Star Wars, but sometimes nerds are just annoying.
Yeah, we are annoying, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We are.
All right, what's your hot take?
I've got 2 here. One's more of a general
Yeah.
one. And I think, it kind of goes, I think we can have this conversation about a lot of things. We just kind of had a conversation about it. But, I just don't think James Bond is, like, needed anymore and should just be gone forever.
Well, now that we know that Jeff Bezos may or may not be trying to shoehorn his wife into it.
Exactly. Well, yeah. It's just that, and I think you look at the last couple, and I'm not saying because they killed James Bond, spoiler alert for a movie that's like 3 years old now, which is wild.
Yeah.
But it's just like James Bond feels like the first movie always kind of sets a tone.
Yeah.
And then something comes and does it better.
Mm-hmm.
And then James Bond spends like the next 8 years trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And I just don't think we need to do that cycle every time.
Right. And if you think of No Time to Die, it caught up and got ahead of Mission Impossible.
Yes.
So it's
Which is kind of crazy. But that's a lot of, like, I think, delays and, pandemic and a lot of other stuff. But this idea of, like, James Bond, it's a relic,
Yeah. I think, it has the same problem as the Star Wars fandom, is that you have these very fervent, passionate fans, which I never want to deny. But look, like you said, some series, franchises, take a break.
Back in our day where it's like, well, who's the best Bond? Is it Connery? Is it Moore?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen anymore. And let's just send it off. I get why they did Craig. I think there's some good Craig stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without Casino Royale, I don't think we have a lot of other great action movies from that time period. But I just don't need it anymore. It's outdated. And this idea of, like, well, could we change it? Could we update it? Could we, like, take a different... No, just... Just make something else.
And, again, spoilers for a movie that's 3 years old, No Time to Die. I think No Time to Die does the perfect thing because, he's a male chauvinistic pig, the character. And he's with flaws, but at the end of the day, he like saves forgotten country or whatever the
for
phrase
Queen
is
and
for Queen and country. At the end of the day, he always saves the world or England or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like a weirdo, and his whole character is culminated in No Time to Die, because they knew it would be the end of Craig, and it feels like a good swan song to the character.
Yeah.
And just let him be out in the ether.
Yeah, we have things that have taken its spot already.
Yeah.
Like Bourne was that.
You're talking about Red Notice, right?
I'm talking about Red Notice. I'm talking about whatever the family. What's the family plan? Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg and he's like a dad who's the
sure, if you say so.
The new secret agents are people who like have settled down and then their past comes back to haunt them. That's
True Lies just remade over and over.
But I just like. We got Bourne, we got superheroes more. And, like, I get where Bond in that moment was a huge deal. It's like, what? Like, I just don't understand why we let Westerns die.
Yeah, why not let spies die?
We're not rebooting a John Wayne character every 15 years.
Right.
So why do we keep doing this to Bond? Just let him rest and die. And I think we just need to take what is cool about Bond, like the idea that a lot of times it's a different director, or a lot of times it's of course there's like always a song that's put with it or something, and go put that somewhere else. Take the ideas of Bond and spread them out. You know?
Or you think like 40 to 50 years from now, there'll be parents telling their kids like, "Hey, isn't it crazy that there was this one guy that they made a movie about for like 40 years?" Yeah. And same with Marvel too. It's like, there was a point where all these movies were connected to each other. There is no other series that has had 37 movies that are all connected. And same thing with James Bond.
Yeah.
So it's like, it'd be cooler if you let it just put it in the fridge for a little bit. Let's move on to your next one, because we only got a couple more minutes on the card.
This one, here we go, ready? This isn't about movies, this is more about movie going. Popcorn, bad movie snack.
Man, that's opinion.
Listen, just bad. Tell me why it's good. First of all, it's messy.
Is it?
Well, when you put a lot of butter on it, it's messy.
Oh, okay.
And then you're like, oh, my hands, and I gotta get.
If you put butter on it, yes.
Second of all, the kernels are gonna get stuck in your teeth. You know what drives me nuts? I got a kernel on my teeth, trying to watch this really great movie, and all I can think about is,
it's in there.
I gotta get
How
it
am I
out.
gonna get it out?
At the very least, movie theaters should have those floss things. You
Yeah.
know?
Hey, conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
The reason popcorn exists, I think the dentists have planted it into our subconscious of an American mind. So we have to go to the dentist. Because a lot of us don't floss. They tell us to floss. I do floss now. I learned my lesson the hard way. Lots of cavities. But most of us do not floss.
I just think also it's loud. It can be loud.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't make sense as a movie snack.
I think you have this. I think you have this opinion because of the popcorn balls.
Well, true. This is continuing a narrative, but I also I think about it. It's like I will get popcorn sometimes. I'm like, ooh, you know what? Popcorn. That's not. I'll try it. One, the buckets are too big.
Yeah,
I keep going on to like
much.
several like tier lists. Like the buckets are too big.
Yeah.
And so then you're like, hey, can I just get like a small bag of popcorn? And that's about where I need to be.
And you don't even finish a small bag.
And,
either,
and that's the problem, isn't it? I'm like, I've bought a snack that I know I'm not gonna finish. I know it's gonna drive me crazy if I eat it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
And that just like also, I'm gonna be hungry later.
Yeah. I think you may have some points, but I think once a month when I go to the movies, obviously I go more than once a month, but once a month I get popcorn and it just hits perfect. You don't need to have it for every movie you go see in the movie theaters, but yes, there's too much of it.
Yeah.
But I will say, I do it more these days to be like, support the movie theater.
Sure. Oh, so
that's
now I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, you like how I spun that on you.
Well, you know what? Who's the real bad guy? They're gatekeeping the good popcorn recipe.
That's true. That's true. When I worked at a movie theater, I would grab me a cup and just go
like
to town.
Unfair. It doesn't. And that's what drives me crazy about this hot take, is that I know that's the best popcorn in the world.
Yeah.
There's no better popcorn
Exactly.
than movie theater popcorn, and so I'm just. Like, man, I would love to just have this at home where I can control the portions.
You know what? Popcorn was good back in the day when Jiffy Pop had the aluminum thing that you just shook on the top, the stove top. Now all these bags, there's something about it.
Yeah.
They remove the quality of taste because there's nothing better than just the popcorn banging against the metal, the aluminum as it went up. Maybe it's just, that's nostalgia actually.
Yeah.
I just got hit, I just was against nostalgia early in the video.
For the other stuff.
While you're talking about a movie or a food hot take, I think cold pizza is better than hot pizza. And I don't know if that's a majority or minority opinion, but
you know what it is to me with the cold pizza? It's the cheese I can't get past.
What do you mean?
The cheese is just too solid.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
I just don't.
And also, I like that because sometimes when you get a pizza, you're like, "Ooh, hot."
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And if you wanted hot, you could heat it up.
Yeah, but then there's.
But also, I'm a cold spaghetti truther as well.
Well, I'm not even a spaghetti person at all.
Cold spaghetti on a piece of buttered bread, folded up.
Okay.
Oh, we got 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
So if there's any other hot takes, not my hot take. Phantom Thread. Some people consider that PTA's best movie.
See, you know what we need to do? We need to do like a hot takes part 2, and we do.
And it's only about Charlie Sheen movies.
Well,
right?
no, but it's only about directors like best movie that like no one thinks is there. Because I mean, spoiler alert to me. I mean, for this video we haven't even come up with, but the Coen Brothers' best movie to me is Inside Llewyn Davis. So let's. We're gonna do that video. That'll be our next hot take video of director hot takes.
Okay, sure.
It's not gonna be our next video, but it'll be our next
well,
hot
the battery's blinking, and we're out of time.
Bye.
Goodbye.